welcome back to Live with Loyalty. Or if you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. It's at Live W Loyalty. If you're not following me on Facebook, please follow me at Shanna Williams. Yes, you see what we're talking about today. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Say hey, just like your grandmama taught you to say hey when you walk through the door. Okay, how are those kids doing? How you doing? How's your mental? Is everything okay? Everybody being treated right at work, at school, at wherever you may go. You know, watch your back. And when you going out for those walks, you exercising and doing what you're supposed to do to keep yourself healthy. Watch yourself, watch your back, and always watch your surroundings. So, as you know, today we're going to be speaking about friendship. What does friendship mean to you? You know, well, how do you like for your friendships to go? Do you like, separate, or when we come back together, it's great? Are you one of those friends that a person has to be up on all the time? You like, you know, why aren't my friend calling me? Why they come by today? What type of friend are you? You know what I'm saying? Because it starts with you. If you're a good friend, you're a good friend, regardless of how the other person may be. But at the same time, real recognize real. You can't deal with no bullcrap. But like I said, friendship, at the end of the day, when you're sitting up there trying to get along and you talk to somebody over and over again, then guess what? You're trying to build a relationship with someone and a friendship with them, because that's just another relationship. You know, we have all different type of relationship. You have your relationship with your mate. You have a relationship with your kids, your dad, your parents, period, your cousins, and you have friendships, with friends. That's almost like family. But some say, I don't want my friends to be family. I want my friends to be there for me when I need them. But how do you want your family to be? You want your family to be close. You want your family to be there for you. So just think about it. How do you like your friendship, and what does friendship mean to you? Like I said, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at Live W Loyalty. Go follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Facebook, go follow me at Shanna Williams. Okay, I would gladly appreciate it. And if you're coming in, then hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my YouTube. I have plenty of content coming out. Let's get the views up and more subscribers so we can get bigger and better. I would gladly appreciate it. And don't forget to leave a comment. Say, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Loyalty? How you doing? Just let me know that you're here. You know what I'm saying? So let's get started. So my thing is, I'm going to tell you, this is the thing that I like about friendship. And people, I had somebody tell me before that, uh, well, he asked me, one of my husband's friend asked me, like, I didn't know Shanna had friends. I mean, let me tell you something. Um, Me, I am very particular about who's around me. And at this point, I'm not thinking just for me. I am thinking for my family too. Who comes around my family too. I'm not one of those people that have negative people around me all the time. You can look and see that, oh, Don't nobody come and check, you know, check on Shanna and her family, and you call them a friend. Look, listen, I don't want people in my face all the time. Let's be clear. I don't want people in my face all the time. And my home is my private place. And when I'm out, if you want to meet, then we can meet up like we ain't never seen each other before. With the people that I do have in my life that I've been friends with for a long time, they understand it, and that's all that matters. I like my distance, and they do too. And when we come together, we didn't skip a beat. We didn't skip a beat, which that's the way I like it. You know what I'm saying? But also, you know, like keep in touch with your friends, even though you're not seeing each other all the time. Keep in touch with your friends. So, let them know that you're still there. You understand what you know, we all are grown. So we know that we have things going on in life. So don't sit up there and get mad at somebody for not getting in touch with you. Sometimes it be that way. Now it's different the way I hold family members. No lie. Is different because you do expect family members to be there, especially when they have their opinions. And then you're no better than an outsider if you're not being there for your family. But friendship is totally like, I'm not finna you I'm not finna be involved in unless they particularly come to me and tell me things, but that I'm not gonna repeat as a friend. This is why my name is loyalty, because that's exactly what it is. If you have a friend in me, you have a friend in me, indeed. So these are the things that you don't have to worry about. Loyalty, trust is a big thing for me. Um, and some people may like I give chance after chance, so that way if we do fall out, you know I'm not upset about it. But the memories don't go anywhere. When like say your friend ended up changing on you, like we do supposed to change, but one thing I don't want you to do is change for the worse. I'll be there for you when you're going through it, but don't turn on me, when you're going through it, or me, you know, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need that type of stuff in my life. You know what I'm saying? Checking up on me and asking your friend how they doing. Ask them how you doing, like whether they want to tell you the truth or not, but still ask, because you don't know. Nine times out of 10, you may be able to get an answer. Because if you ain't like me, I don't like for them to always be around. Like that's just who I am. Maybe you like your friends around like all the time, and I don't have to talk to them every day. I already know their heart. I already know how they think. I know them. Especially being friends with so many people for so long, like ever since I was in school, and I'm 44 years old now. And the ones that I lost, it's on them, and that's not very many. You know what I'm saying? They must be in a grave if I lost them, but it's very few. I think it's one that I'm not friends with that is still alive, anymore. And I was friends like 17, 18 years before we stopped being friends. So good friends are hard to find. This is why I don't rush into friendship. You got to know who you um who's in your presence, and you got to know who comes around your family. And I'm not just talking about my family. I'm talking about my immediate family too on the outside. Because I would not call a person a friend if they're not my friend. I'm sorry. So you can be like, "Ugh, I didn't know she had in any friends," all you want. That's because maybe I'm not ready to introduce my friends to you, because I gotta know if you're right too. You know, I don't want to meet none of, you know, uh and it goes in the same process whether it's my husband or my children. Even I tell my children, like, this is another type of relationship, is a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I don't care. Don't introduce me to them until you know that they're right too, because you got to understand, you're not just living for you. You don't bring just anybody around your family, you know and if family is important to you anyway, you just don't do it, you just don't do it. But that's just the way that I feel. I can't speak on other people, because you have kids these days that they they think it's cool to have a lot of friends, and they call them friends. I think people use that word friend and friendship lightly. They don't, you know, they don't take it serious, because a lot of people are not your friend. At the end of the day, it seems like a lot of young people want to be popular, um, known. You could be known. You know what I'm saying? Even without having a lot of friends. That's just too much energy that could be rubbed off. I am my own best friend, and I will put that energy out to other people too. But to me, you got to be right too. You got to be right too. And you got to know that I don't want you calling like you ain't called me. You got to understand, I take God first and I take my family first. That's first of all what you got to know about me, is that I take my family first. You do not go before my family, and I am not going to go between God and your family. I'm not going to go before that with you. You know what I'm saying? But we don't do it in such a mean way. You still be on the phone, you'll talk, you'll be talking to each other. Just keep it up with each other. But you have to find that balance, that understanding, knowing that that's grown woman stuff. That's grown man stuff. Like, you're not doing anything malicious. And sometimes I be so grateful when I run into people where I do not have to explain that to. This is the whole point. You know who you can make, you know, be friends with. You already see that they have something in common with you, you know, y'all similarities, you know what I'm saying? Just, you already gonna know. But my circle is very small, and it's small for a reason, because I know my loyalty, I know my trust that they can put in me. They can put trust, loyalty, whatever. You can cry, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to talk to you. It was a lot of my friends I used to remember. And I have a friend that she's older than me. And she, I don't know, she just seemed like she really, this is how you know you're a good friend. She really admired what I said, to the point where she got upset. She didn't want to tell me. And I'm just like, hey, like I told her, nobody's perfect, you know. But she was like, I don't know, I just feel bad. And I was like, what do you feel bad about? We all fall short. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not gonna stop being someone's friend because they did this, that, and this, in the wrong light. But if friends are willing to change themselves, know that they made a terrible mistake, yes, that's a good thing. But if a person continues on getting themselves into trouble, starting stuff, because I'm not with that. I'm not with the starting the messy crap. I'm not with that. This is why I keep my space, at peace. You know, um, because I don't want the drama. But to have a friend to be able to confide in you and looking at you like, I think I'm gonna, when I say this, you're gonna, she was more scared to say this, but I never gave her a reason, but she could not ever talk to me about anything. You know what I'm saying? But it was, because I was so special to her, you know, it would, and it's vice versa because she was very special to me. One year, this lady, as my friend, she brought my children's whole Christmas when me and my husband was going, through a lot, and I didn't even have to ask her. She was like, "You got your children Christmas stuff yet?" I was like, "No, not yet." Just like I said, in friendships, you don't have to explain every situation. A lot of times, a real friend already knows. Just like I knew how she felt when she was trying to tell me what she wanted to tell me, because mostly she was embarrassed herself. It wasn't about what I was going to say. She was embarrassed herself. But my reward at the end for being a good friend that I didn't even see coming my way, that she brought my children's Christmas. Okay? I didn't even see it coming. She asked and she did. And she's not my friend just because of that. Is it's it's a blessing how we met. Okay? And it was a good start despite of how it started, and had us being friends for uh ooh, I think at least, that's a long time. At least take away 22 years. And that's one of the friends that, like, all my friends do this. They keep their distance. That you get in touch with them, you finally get in touch with them, and everything is still the same. Not far as what they have been going through, but your friendship is still there. And it's like you could get on the phone, you could just talk to them. So that is my friendship. That's the way I like my friendship. If I cannot get along with you, the first thing come out of your mouth is some messy stuff. I'm not trying to be around my friend and talk about other people. I'm trying to talk to my friend because, especially like the distance in time, you get together, you want to talk and you want to have fun and you want to eat. This is what you want to do. You want to have a good time with your friend. You want those memories with your friend. You don't have, if you put a little gossip in there, let's not make it that much, but you could tell a friend anything though. So it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So anybody you could confide in, bro. You know, whatever they are talking about. You know what I'm saying? Just know you're a good. Make sure you're a good listening ear to your friends, understanding. You know, because so many people can talk to me, and I'm listening, and I'm putting my input because I know that's a friend that's listening to me. You know what I'm saying? And they'll call and be like, "You were right about this." And they can give vice versa. Sometimes it's hard to take in, but a real true friend is gonna let you know. That's in any relationship. You can't get mad about the truth. If you want, yes, people around you that tell you, "Oh, yes, yes, this, yes, that," and I'm gonna tell you, I'm just not that type of friend. But I'm not around here going around saying, "No, you shouldn't do this," just being negative. No. If it's right, it's right, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. So I want to show some clips of what some people really think about friendship. And I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to start it off like this.
We are seeing a rise of very surface level friendships to where people have 10, 15 friends, but are they really friends? We've gotten too used to using the term friends when we really mean acquaintance or somebody that we're friendly with. A friend is somebody that checks up on you because they know what's going on in your life. That's a friend. And because we've lost sense of how important friendships are, we don't even choose them carefully anymore. The verse says, the righteous choose their friends carefully. And that's also why they be making the jokes about girls be having different friends at their birthday dinner every year, because no one chooses their friends wisely anymore.
I so agree. People do not choose their friends wisely. And then this generation, it's a lot of them. And God forbid you have to tell your child that, oh, okay, and you already see ahead of time like that's not your friend, and you tell your child that it's like that is my friend. She calls me. She's you know okay. I mean, I feel like sometimes just because people call you doesn't mean that they're your friend either. They could be just keeping up with you, keeping up with your moves. You know what I'm saying? But it could be the other round way around too. They could really truly be your friend. But I'm just saying you have to look at different aspects of this, because let me see. Friendship, the emotions or conducts of friends, the state of being friends, a state of mutual trust and support. You got to be able to trust these people. And these days, these people look at Kanika Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? Look at her friends, how they left her hanging. You know what I'm saying? If you're being friends for a long time, use your common sense. If we come together, we leave together. You know what I'm saying? That's no. This is why, as adults, we have to make that good example and picking good friends because our children are watching. You know what I'm saying? And what I want my children to see, that your home is your sanctuary and your peace. Don't bring everybody to your home. That, and have them at your home all the time. That's why I like the distance. I like the distance, whether it's not talking every day, whether it's just me not showing you attention every day, or come and see you all the time, because I want that next time to be a big laugh and having a good time. You know, we leave off, we start just like how we left off. You know what I'm saying? Having a good time, having good conversations. So that's what she was saying is definitely true. It definitely, I feel like today these kids, they think that everyone is their friend. You like have too many energies around you. You really do. And it's hard to find your own energy because it's all covered up in everyone else's. The main energy you need to have is your own. You know, you can see them sometimes. You don't have to see them all the time, you know, especially you got to work. I'm talking about you spend all your time with friends. And there's a lot of kids these days, they'll, before they think they parents, they'll think they friends. And I just think that's crazy that these children, they think like that today. The reason why it people are liking you is how you were raised. You good peoples. So why is your friends coming first? You know, they so confusing. They be so confusing sometimes. But if you raise them right, you and they paid attention, they'll know your home is your peace place. People shouldn't run in and out of your home. People shouldn't be, your friends should not be you shouldn't have to see them every day, but when it's time to have a good time, you have a good time. Okay? Because I'm telling you, that part is serious. So let's carry on.
Here's how you know that you have a friend for life, a true friend. And it's a simple idea that goes back to Elizabeth Foley, who once wrote, "The most beautiful discovery true friends make is that they can grow separately without growing apart." What that means is that you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to change. And that the whole point of friendship is that no matter how much you change, that person is still going to be there for you. In fact, you might not talk every day. You might not see each other for a while. And yet, despite this absence, no, because of it, your relationship deepens and enriches. Friendship lasts forever, which means that true friends encourage each other to grow and to go their separate ways, knowing that when you are reunited, it will be thus the sweeter for it. The most beautiful discovery true friends make is that they can grow separately without growing apart.
So true. So true. That's how I like my friends. And we come together when achievements are made for us, our children. If they can't be there, you can't be mad. That's what the family is for. You can't get mad because of that. But you gotta, it's like always watch the move of people. That's period point blank. Not in a malicious way, because at some point you're gonna wonder why they don't ever come to what I want them to come to, but I always come to what they, want me to come to. Or you both do it, you know what I'm saying? But see, it's different ways to look at it. This is how you choose your friends. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to pay attention to who's in your life. But I I don't, first of all, I don't expect people to come to like my family events, or I don't expect my friends to do that, but I do want my real true friends to know my family. I do, because hey, they gotta know who your real true friends. Say you're going out of town with these people, right? And next thing you know, something happens, and my mom or my dad, they don't know what friends I got. So if something happens to me and nobody called me, and say your so-called friends are the one that set you up, your mom or your dad don't know your friends, don't know who they is, who to call on first. They never told you anything, but you got the officer coming to the door and said this such and such happened to your child. This is why it's important to have good friends. Friends that are literally going to, hey, I'm going straight to his mom. That's who I know. And I'm finna tell him what happened and what's going on, because I don't like this feeling. That knows your family. I'm talking about period. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. It's very important. This is why you keep your distance from friends and just catch up when you can catch up with them, because you need your space. So you're trying to succeed, you're trying to grow, and when you come back together and you got all that to talk about, maybe your friend can give you some advice on what you can do. you know Good healthy friendships have to be in a distance, and when you come back together, because you see each other every day, it's like not a surprise every day. It's not a surprise every day, like what's going on. I like to hear my friends say some good stuff. I just made supervisor or manager at my job, or I'm working on going back to school, and you give them advice, help, So what does friendship mean to you? What do friendship mean to you? There are ups and downs and friendships too. You may think this way, they may think that way. You know what I'm saying? It's another little clip that I'm gonna play that I really like the story behind it. And I played it a little bit. So let's just listen to this.
Okay, so let's talk about friendships. Like, what's your definition of friendship?
Friendship to me means someone that I can like rely on, someone that I know is going to be there for me. And I don't necessarily need to physically see them all the time. And I don't need to talk to them necessarily every day. But for me, it's someone that's going to be there for me during my tough moments and someone who can accept me for me at my worst. And also someone who is genuinely happy for me when I do succeed or when I do accomplish certain milestones. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, for me, it's just someone who can be there for me like when I truly need them.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like it comes into two categories for me, where it's like, one is, I have friends that I just want to have a good time with, and I don't really expect much out of them, and they don't expect much out of me. But when I hang out with them, I just kind of like want things to pick up where they left off. But that's about it. I just like having a good time with them. But then I have another group of friends where I feel like, our bond is just so strong that like, I know that at any moment in time, if I needed something or if something was going wrong in my life, that they would drop everything and be there for me.
Oh yeah. And it's crazy because I feel like everyone has different needs and expectations when it comes to friendships. There's not like a set definition of friendship. It's what is important to you when it comes to friendship, right? And it's crazy to see how much friendship has evolved over the years, at least for me. Like I remember in college, for me, it was about having so many friends. It was about the quantity and I think part of that has to do with the fact that I grew up as an only child. So I always craved people around me. But I think the older that I got, I realized it was about the quality of friends that I have. Yeah. And I really cherish like the individual one-on-one friendships where I can have meaningful conversation and build that relationship with them. I know I always wanted to be a part of a clique or part of a friend circle. I don't know if you ever felt that way at some point in time, but I think now the older that I've gotten, I've realized that I really cherish what I have with each and every one of my friends. And it's not that many. I don't have that many friends. It's just I have those close-knit group of friends that I can rely on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's funny that you bring up the past as well, because I think my definition of friendship has evolved over time as well. Like initially when I was growing up, I felt that, it's the person that you hang out with the most or that you've known for the longest time. Like, I thought like, that's my, that's a really good friend. Yeah. But in reality, nowadays I can meet someone, a couple of days ago
and connect with them
in a way where you feel like that, that relationship is stronger than someone that you've known for so long that you barely even talk to anymore. Yeah. And for me, it was different, right? I grew up with a huge family, so I never felt the need that I have to go out and, and just have a lot of friends or quantity of friends, because I always felt like I had such a good support system with my, with my family. I was so blessed to have that. But again, over time, I think that just having a couple friends here and there that you can really rely on, that's something.
So they're so correct. But the first thing I want to say, because I forgot to say it, was if you are starting a friendship with someone, please, because this is one of my things. I don't want people to get mad, because at the beginning, to me, when you just meeting people and starting to try to make a relationship happen in between the two, far as friendship, I need people to understand that not everybody is gonna be like you. Like they didn't call me, or they're they're fake because they're not here for me. Look, I am the type of person, and I will discuss that with you, that if you're trying to build a friendship with me, understand I gotta make sure what I'm dealing with. I'm not gonna place myself, and don't get mad at me, uh, because when we become friends, I will be that special person to you. I'm gonna be that special person to you regardless. But I'm just not one of those people that are like, how to say it, like, I tend to my family first. You know, anything that's needed of them, they go first. You know, and if a person doesn't like that, I don't deal with that. You know, you got to understand who goes first, period, point blank. Um, and you know, my my situation, because sometimes you don't always want to include other people in on your situation, but when you come to finally see your friend or the person that you're just, you're trying to make a relationship as far as friendship with, you just have to be straightforward with people and let them know, look, it's things going on in my life, are you going to be able to deal with, because i I'm one of those that take my family first. And if you say, look, I'm the same way, but they want to call every now and then, okay, you get a call every now and then, but is how my every now and then will go. You understand? It's not no malicious thing. It's just you don't know how your everyday life gonna go every day. And you don't want a friend that gets upset about that all the time. Of course, if your friend, if someone passed away close to them in your family, you understand, you're gonna try to make a way to be there, okay, in some kind of way. So you let your friend know that I'm showing up for you. But if we're at like a beginner friendship, I think that is the toughest, because by them they can even know how your friendship, how you accept friendship, how your friendship is probably gonna go between you two, and they still to get upset. But don't get upset, please. I mean nothing but good, because I will not get mad at you, if you can't call every day. I can't be around you every day. And I already let you guys know. I like my friends to be distant, because I don't know what's going on in their life. I don't know what's going on with them. But I know when we meet up, we gonna talk about it. Girl, it been this been going on. This is what's going on now. And we let each other know that. And then finally that is I feel like that is so much better than just getting upset when you meet up and you be like, we need to meet up, we need to talk, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll get an understanding of what's been going on, you know? Only sometimes people may not call you, they may be going through personal things on the inside. Because I'm telling you, as you get older, you go through different things. You really do. So when you don't be wanting to talk to people like that all the time, because you don't even know what it is you're going through. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time for you and your friends to meet up again, a friend, because like me, I don't like a big circle around me. And just like they were saying, just like they were saying, like, that when they was younger, they wanted to be in with the in crowd and stuff like that. But see, but that's the thing about growth. That's how I know eventually they will learn. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been that way. I did not need a lot of friends. I did not need to hang out with people. I mean, and they called a lot of people like what I'm describing loners. And I'm just like, okay, if you want to call me a loner, I'll be a loner every day. Than to have bad people around me. I'll be a loner every day. I just wasn't that type of person. I don't know if it's because I got bullied a lot and I knew how people were, and different people were, you know, um, or because it was so many different personalities in my household too. It's like, uh, I just, I want to be around the people in my household, much less to be around people just calling them friends all the time. Just want to be with the in crowd. I wanted, how I feel about when people call people a loner when they don't have many friends. I feel like, because especially with me, so much talent and gifts come out of that person that don't have so many friends, and the people, the in crowd, they use what they talents are for the worst. A lot of the people that had a lot of friends when they were in high school like that I know, they don't even have those friends anymore. Some of them are not here anymore, and they don't even look as good as they used to look. And I used to be like, that is so. They used to look good as I don't know what in school, And I'm telling you, like, that type of stuff, that it doesn't matter. The in crowd having 15 and more friends. Yeah, you probably have a lot of people that know you, but they're not your friends. And do you have 15 friends? Are they good people to you? Do they show up for you? Or are they just around you for the popularity? You know? You have to question that. You have to question your friendship on the simple fact. You gotta know what's around you. Now I have had people that's my friend ever since elementary, middle school, you know? So, and we keep our distance and come together. When we see each other, we need to tap in, we need to talk. And it's still people from school that I could be like, hey, you want to meet somewhere? You want to go hang out? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everything is going, oh, you're my friend. You started where you left off. And if you ain't leave nobody, and you ain't leave off with anybody with bad situations or anything like that, then you good. People want to know how you been, you know, what you doing, what the job you got, and stuff like that. You just catching up. Friendship. Just have a good time.
Hey girl, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Takira.
Hey Takira girl. So what does friendship mean to you?
Friendship means everything. Someone you can trust, someone you can put your all into. I'm a bang on her face. You got to answer. Friendship is someone that you can have no problem with, no matter what you tell them or what you're going through, that they're always there. I don't play about my friends either. When I have somebody that I always, no matter what, financial, spiritual, whatever the case may be, like, it's always going to be there.
Okay, thank you, girl.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling you, a true friend is a real friend for life. I'm telling you. Like, I would not play about you. You know what I'm saying? I would get in my feelings as like you're your sister. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's so much poured into it. You know what I'm saying? And then I have some friends that's like that towards me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to risk their life. That's the first thing I would say. I don't want nobody to risk their life for me. That's why I don't put my friends in situations where they will have to do that, because I love my friends too much. Just the same way as my family. I would not want to put my husband, my children, my mom, my dad, I would not want to put them in those situations where they would have to come, and defend me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that's fair in any relationship. And I think you're there to be a good friend. Now, it's different when other people are starting things, and which you or your friends have nothing to do about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's just me. So
I used to know a girl that wasn't very good looking at all. And then you freaking started to get to know her, and she was freaking one of the best people I've ever met. And then every time I looked at her, she looked pretty. Why is that? Because the inside affects the outside. But unfortunately, the outside affects the inside. A lot of you that have emotional damage and scars on the inside, ultimately related to things caused by the outside. So again, how do we get the outside better? Get the inside better, and the outside automatically becomes better, and then we finish it off.
Instance, like I have an auntie that clearly thinks her outside before her inside is better. Like, yeah. But that's crazy. That's crazy to think that way.
What friendship means to me? So I would say friendship is like a safe space. Mm-hmm. So, having someone that I said pours into you, lifts you up on those like down days. Right. It's like transferring energy. Right. So, we have good days and bad days, and we kind of like transfer that to each other, pull each other up. Right. And trust. Like, it has to be someone that you can trust completely. Right. Like, I know anything that I say, it stops there. Mm-hmm. And I think that was from day one. Yeah. Like, we just started talking. Definitely. But there was never a, oh God, I just told her all that stuff.
Yes, you completely got to have a friend, and that like when I talk to you, you got to be where you're trustworthy, you're loyal to our friendship. A real true adult friendship. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Because not too many adults and children, anybody really have that. And to get that and find that is a blessing. You know, um, I don't care. Listen, I don't care your tax bracket, how much money you make. You don't you don't have much. A friend is a friend. A friend is a friend. I can have a friend that's way smarter than me. I can have a friend that um makes way more money than me, and I still care and love for you the same. I can have a friend that like high maintenance stuff, and I don't. I like to bargain, and I still love you the same. You're still a friend of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I probably, if I get to where she's at, I probably want to spend on myself too. And if she so happens to, want to start saving her money and stuff like that, she have to come to me. They all coexist together eventually. It doesn't matter if your friend is doing better than you. I even told myself, I go back to school. I got younger siblings. I'm the oldest sister. If I go back to school, I ain't no shame in my game going to my siblings and asking them for help. You know, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to care about people for who they are. And that's my way of showing what I really truly think about you too. Is if I could come to you, I really think that you're smart, intelligent, you know what I'm saying? And if I had a friend that had a lot of money, it's like she did something good to get there, or else she wasn't my friend. I wouldn't have these, you know, people around me that are how they making their money and not doing it right. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people have to do what they got to do. But if you put yourself around things like that, then people automatically think that you're that too. But that's just their opinion. But at the same time, and you have to, the opinions of others, it matter, but it don't matter. At the end of the day, you have to, you go by what you feel. So if I want a friendship like that, I want one. But if I don't, I don't. It's my life and what I want around it, just as well as it for you guys. So this next person, she tells this story, and this is exactly how I feel. And this is the last one. So just pay attention.
We all have that one friend, right? So I'm sitting out here waiting for my girlfriend that I've known for 20 years. And she is that girlfriend that no matter how long we've been apart, the minute we get back together, it's like we were never apart to begin with. So we met in Japan 20 years ago, and we've been stationed multiple different places away from each other, then closer to each other. And then we actually ended up in our last duty station together at Keesler Air Force Base in Mississippi. She still lives in Mississippi. I've now moved to Alabama. And, life happened. Her kids had grandkids, or her kids had kids, my kids had kids. And life just kind of took us both in different directions for a long time. And the last time I saw her was about a year ago. Now, we still talk, we FaceTime, we do all that stuff, but to physically see each other, life is just busy. And so she's on her way here now. And I'm really excited because, like I said, it doesn't matter how long we've been apart. It's like we never went apart in the first place. She is that friend that we call Diva. And before you sit there and go, oh, she's high maintenance. Yes, but it's well-deserved, meaning that everything that she has, she's done all on her own. No man has given it to her, and she'll make sure to tell you that. But she has a baby Benz that she calls a baby Benz. And if you were to compare her and I in our friend group, so when I go to stay at her house, it's like staying at the Hilton. When I wake up in the morning, she has the coffee maker that's the espresso and she does everything up. When she comes to my house, it's the broke ass bed and breakfast. You're going to get the Folgers coffee and the Keurig and whatever I happen to have. And I'm sweats and jeans type of girl, and she'll probably roll up in here as if we're getting ready to go out for a gala, if you know what I mean. But our personalities just mesh. And one thing that I would say is that whenever you have a friend that you've been with for a long time, the way they've looked at it is if you've been with somebody over, I think they said 10 years, that's going to be your friend for life. And I absolutely have to agree with that. I just wonder how we're both going to be in a nursing home.
And see, this is the thing with me. I'm happy for you regardless your status. Because at the end of the day, you don't know. That one that doesn't have much may be the wisest one. That it's always a wise ass, and your friend group is always a diva. And a diva don't always have to be rich, but she carries herself like I'm a diva. You know what I'm saying? It's always a quiet one. You have different type of friends, but at the end of the day, they get you. The personality and your jokes. I cannot stand being around people and you cannot joke with them. They don't have no sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? Because look, I was raised in a home full of jokes. Everybody jank. That's what we call it down here, jank. We janked and we laughed, and some of it was corny jokes, but we still laughed at the corny jokes. Just laugh to keep from crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it when people get it and they don't sit up there and be like, what is she talking about? Come down to earth. Come down to earth, because you can wear the most expensive clothes. These women and men could be in the most expensive clothes and have so much money, but guess what? They can still come down to earth with you. Because guess what? They miss those type of those days too, when they can just laugh and not have to be so serious at work and then come home. They can't, they want to laugh. They want to have a good time. They want to hang out with their friends. You know what I'm saying? And plus you always need hustlers around you in case, and you got to be a hustler in case somebody got to come to you one day in your friend group. That is what friends are for. Yeah. It really shouldn't matter if a person, has a different background as far as having a lot of money, being the diva of the group. Let them be their diva. That's gonna be our laughing time, because I'll be like, girl, you don't sit your head down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or telling the quiet one, come on, speak up. I know you got a lot of gifts inside of you, because some quiet ones really do. And I was that way for a long time. I was that way for a long time, but life will make you speak. Definitely. And I started speaking and spoke up and never stopped. Never stopped since then. You know what I'm saying? But in the comments, please let me know how you like your friendships. Just like I said, I ain't saying go search for one, because it automatically comes. You just talk to someone in the grocery store, it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And you can't help it. It's gonna, in the parking lot, wherever you may go, it's gonna happen. So you can't stop it from happening. So don't forget to follow me on @LiveWLoyalty and Facebook @Shanna Williams. And also, if you have not come in already and mash the like button, please mash the like button. Give me a comment on how do you like your friendships. What do you demand in your friendships? You know what I'm saying? Because it's all on you. You have to be the good friends. And look, don't look at that person like they don't understand you just because they have more money than you, and or just because they're quiet. They just may understand you. Make friendship with all types of different people. You don't know, because at the end of the day, you may just find that friend in that quiet person, and in that one that is doing more with their life. And you can learn different things. So with different type of people, just long as they can respect you, respect, loyalty, and trust. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. So once again, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will be coming back out with more videos very, very soon. So don't forget, pick your friends wisely. Always pray. See, just like with your family, always pray with your friends. Pray for a good time. Pray for whatever going on in their life. Just you. Make sure you're that good friend for others before you start a friendship. So you guys, I am out of here. Peace.